right, welcome to this explainer. Today, we're cutting right through the marketing fluff to give you a crystal clear, totally objective teardown of the Paytm HDFC Bank Select Business Credit Card. If you're a business owner or a self-employed professional, there's a good chance you've seen the targeted ads for this one. But we need to ask, is it actually a financial powerhouse for your business, or is it just a piece of plastic tying you down to a single app? Well, today, we're relying strictly on the data to find out.
So here's our game plan for today. We'll hit the card overview and welcome benefits, check out the fees and rewards accrual, then look at lounge access and extra perks. After that, we'll dive into the rewards redemption guide, cover the eligibility and application criteria, and wrap it all up with the final pros and cons. Section 1, Card Overview and Welcome Benefits. Let's see who this card is actually built for. So this co-branded card is heavily targeted towards small business owners and self-employed individuals. If you're already running a chunk of your expenses through the Paytm ecosystem, they're definitely looking at you. This is pitched as a premium tier offering, and it comes with some pretty neat built-in features for entrepreneurs. Think up to 50 days of credit-free purchases and access to quick business loans. The bank is making a very specific play here to court the modern, digital-first business owner. Okay, let's talk welcome benefits. Banks rarely just hand out freebies without you doing a little legwork, right? You get a complimentary Paytm First membership, which is their premium loyalty tier, but you've got to make one single transaction over 100 rupees within a year of getting the card. Pretty easy, honestly. But to snag that 500 rupee gift voucher, you need to make 6 transactions within your first 90 days of activation. And here's the critical fine print you cannot miss. These absolutely have to be non-EMI transactions. Moving right along to Section 2, Fees and Rewards Accrual. Let's look at the actual costs. The base joining and annual renewal fee sits at 1,000 rupees. But you know how it goes. We have to factor in the real math here. An 18% GST applies on top of this. So your actual, real, out-of-pocket cost before you even swipe the card once is 1,180 rupees. Now, here is the good news. You can wipe out those costs entirely. To get that first-year joining fee waived, you need to put 60,000 rupees of non-EMI business spending on the card during your first 90 days. Then, to avoid the annual renewal fee going forward, the magic number is 100,000 rupees every 12 months. Honestly, for an active business, hitting those targets is super doable, meaning this could essentially be a completely free card for you. But we've got to look at the dark side too, the penalties. Let's bust a quick financial term. Cash advance. That literally just means using your credit card at an ATM to pull out cash. Listen, never do this. It triggers an immediate heavy fee of 2.5% or a minimum of 500 rupees. Plus, if you're carrying a balance month to month, you're getting slammed with a 3.6% monthly interest rate. That compounds to a massive 43.2% annually. Guys, no amount of cashback is ever going to outpace a 43% interest rate. Pay that bill in full every single time. Okay, let's get into the fun stuff, rewards. The earning structure here is very specific, so pay attention. You get a whopping 5% cashback on all Paytm Mall purchases. You also get 3% back on travel and monthly bills paid through the Paytm app. But, and this is a massive catch, that 3% only kicks in if you set up standing instructions for those bills. If you just log in and pay them manually, poof, the multiplier is gone. And for literally all your other general business spends, it drops off a cliff to just a 1% return. Oh, and keep an eye out for the foreign currency markup of 3.5%. This is definitely not the card you want to use for importing goods or paying for international software.
All right, Section 3, Lounge Access and Extra Perks. Because hey, a premium business card should give you a little comfort on the road, right? Well, when we look at airport lounges, the contrast is crazy. For a card with just a 1,000 rupee fee, the domestic lounge access is actually fantastic. You get 12 complimentary visits a year. Just keep in mind they strictly cap it at 3 visits every 3 months. But internationally, 0. Zilch. Not a single complimentary visit. If your business takes you overseas, you're going to be stuck waiting at the standard terminal gates. It's kind of like a video game. As your business spending scales up, you unlock new levels of perks. Hit 60,000 rupees in 90 days, boom, joining fee waived. Hit 1 lakh in 12 months, annual fee, gone. But if you push those non-EMI spends past 200,000 rupees in a year, HDFC literally hands you a bonus 1,000 rupee gift voucher. Add in the 1% fuel surcharge waiver, dining discounts up to 20%, and a built-in 20 lakh rupee insurance cover, and those incremental milestones start looking really attractive. Moving right along to Section 4, the Rewards Redemption Guide. Because earning points is great, but what are they actually worth in real cash when it's time to burn them? The math here is wonderfully simple. Your cash points comes in the form of cash points. If you redeem them straight to your credit card statement as pure cashback, 1 point equals exactly 1 rupee. Best of all, there is absolutely zero redemption fee for doing this. But if you try to get fancy and redeem them for flights on SmartBuy or for air miles, the value absolutely tanks to just 30 paisa per point. So the strategy here is a total no-brainer. Always take the statement cashback.
Next up, Section 5, Eligibility and Application Criteria. Let's see if you can get your hands on this. So, do you actually qualify for this thing? First off, you need to be at least 21 years old. Now, unlike your standard everyday consumer cards, this one strictly demands that you are a registered business owner or self-employed professional. You gotta bring the receipts, meaning you must prove a stable income with your latest ITR or bank statements, along with the usual KYC identity and address docs. The bank is gonna heavily weigh all of this against your credit score before handing over that credit limit. And finally, Section 6, Final Pros and Cons. Let's wrap this up. Let's boil this all down for an objective verdict. The pros? They're really solid. Getting up to 5% ecosystem cashback, 12 domestic lounges, and 50 days of interest-free credit for a low fee that's super easy to waive, that's a huge win. But the drawbacks are impossible to ignore. That 1% general cashback rate is just weak compared to other premium cards. Your absolute best multipliers are locked firmly behind the Paytm Mall and standing instructions on the app. And that 3.5% foreign transaction markup? Total deal breaker if you have international expenses. So, I want to leave you with this final thought. Grab your ledger and take a hard look at exactly where your business spends its money. Because if you aren't living and breathing inside the Paytm app, you are probably leaving serious rewards on the table by settling for a 1% base rate. If your business spends aren't heavily tied to Paytm, are you better off paying a slightly higher fee elsewhere for a card with a stronger universal reward rate? That is the million-dollar question you need to answer for your business. Thanks for tuning into this explainer, and keep learning.